Are you ready for the best coffee cake you ever tasted? Well, this is the recipe for you. Come on, y'all. Let's go. So we're starting off with 1 cup of dark brown sugar, nicely packed. And we're going to be adding to it 3/4 cup of granulated sugar. So no hand mixer needed. We're just going to be taking our fork and getting that all mixed in here. Gonna work that fork until we get both sugars nicely blended. All right, we're just about there. To this, we're going to be adding 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm adding the salt before the flour because I like to get that salt nicely mixed evenly with the sugar mixture. Next, we're going in with cake flour. And we're going to be adding 2.5 cups of it. Alright, so just with your fork here, you're just going to begin to mix all that sugar and that flour. This is a nice crumbly mixture, y'all. And don't try to rush through this. Just make sure you get it all. Just keep stirring from the bottom and just keep pressing down with that fork. It's going to take a little patience. Alright, so we're adding in some nutmeg, and we're just about 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. You don't want too much. Okay, so you're putting in a 1/2 cup or a full stick of butter. I'm using salted butter, but you're free to use unsalted. I like salted for a little bit of added flavor. And this butter is going to really help to make this mixture nice and crumbly here. It's coming together. Again, if it's not looking like you want it to look just yet, it's fine. You have to keep working it here. So we're adding in 1/4 cup of oil. You can use vegetable oil, canola oil, whichever oil you like. Alright, this is getting it nice and crumbly, but also that butter and that oil is going to make it oh so moist as well. Okay, so we're putting in 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon to the mixture here. I'm going to work that all in. Alright, so from here I just take my hands here and just continue to crumble because I don't want pieces too big in here. You want it nice and crumbly with not too big of clumps here. This is coming along great. Okay, so from here I'm just going to take 1/2 cup and I'm going to scoop out 1/2 cup of this crumble mixture here. And this is going to be for my streusel topping for the top of the cake here. Alright, I'm putting in a bowl here. And I'm going to add another teaspoon of cinnamon. Taking our fork again and getting that all mixed in. And we're going to put this nice crumbly mixture in the refrigerator until we're ready to top the cake. Okay, in a separate bowl, we're going to be cracking 3 eggs. I like my coffee cake with a little bit of added fluffiness, and the extra egg is going to do just that. Whisk that all in real good. Put that air in those eggs, y'all. All right, we're adding 1 cup of buttermilk. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We're also adding 1 teaspoon of rum. This rum flavor is just going to make it taste just that much better, y'all. Alright, so we're going to make sure that's all nice and mixed here. Okay, so we're going to take that whisk and scrape around that bowl and make sure all those ingredients is nicely and evenly incorporated here. So we're going to take that mixture, we're going to add it to our original mixture here. Making sure we scrape all that goodness out of that bowl. Now you can take your whisk at this point. I still would not recommend a hand mixer, just a little whisk, and mix it all in here. We want a few clumps, but we don't want it just overly clunky, just the perfect consistency. Okay, so from here I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of additional cake flour. Get it all mixed in there. The secret to any good cake is making sure all ingredients is mixed in nice and even. So in a 9 by 13 inch baking pan here, we're going to grease it good. Again, I'm just using a little butter. You can use a little oil, olive oil if you like. Just make sure it's a 9 by 13 inch pan. All right, we're going to pour all that nice goodness into this pan here. Okay, you want to give it a little shimmy. Make sure it's nice and even. So from here, we're taking that streusel crumbly topping we had left, and we're just going to sprinkle it all over the top of this batter here. Making sure you get from corner to corner. We want it nicely, evenly coated. All right, this is exactly how you want it to look. All right, making sure it's nice and coated here. We're getting ready to go in the oven. We're going to put that oven on 375 degrees, preferably convection bake. 375 degrees for roughly 30 minutes. And your oven may be a little different. So while that's baking, we're going to start off making our delicious vanilla glaze. So simple, so easy. We're just going in with 1 cup of powdered sugar. To this, we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of milk. You can use skim milk. I'm using 2%. You can use evaporated milk as well. Taking our whisk and just getting it all mixed in here. Okay, so from here I'm adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm using imitation because I like imitation, but please feel free to use pure. And this is about the consistency you want. See, nice, simple, easy vanilla glaze. Okay, the cake has been baking for about 30 minutes. And it has a beautiful crumble topping here. So now you're just going to take your knife or a toothpick and you're going to do the little stick test here, making sure no batter comes up on that knife or that toothpick. And as you can see here, it's nice and clean, absolutely perfect. We're going to let it cool for a few minutes, at least about 15 minutes, and we're going to add the vanilla glaze. And with this glaze, you can put as much on here as you like or as little as you like. I like it nice and coated pretty good. I like a little glaze on mine, y'all. Okay, and it's perfect. I'm cutting into it here because, of course, I gotta let you see the texture. And I want to cut a nice center piece here. I want to show you a nice center cut. Y'all, it turned out perfect. It is so moist, y'all. Doesn't get any better than this coffee cake. Okay, so I gotta take that fork, kind of cut into it so you all can see how moist that is. So good. Now I gotta get ready for the taste test. All done, y'all. And it turned out probably better than I expected. It is so moist. See if y'all, I don't know, but I can get that in there so y'all can see how nice and moist that is, y'all. Gotta take a little bite here. That has the perfect amount of sweetness. It's not overly sweet. So moist, so good. All I'm missing, of course, is a cup of coffee. Have to have a little coffee with coffee cake, right? Thank y'all so much for spending this time with me. Please try this recipe out, y'all. Again, thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Noah! Kids, right?